All right, can you hear me? Perfect. All right, thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Let's start my video. Hello, everybody. All right. Wait another minute here to see if we have any more participants.
And we are also live on Facebook.
Okay, awesome. All right. Okay, Happy New Year, everybody. We are so excited here at Revibe that you are starting out your new year with us and focusing on those goals of paying attention and helping your, the user pay attention as well. And so my name is Jordan Nerney. I will be hosting today's webinar, and I'm usually the one, if you call in and have any questions here at Revive, I'll either be answering or our wonderful operations lead will also be answering. And so we are always available just as our product is. And so today, we know that you guys probably have either just received a Revibe or you had gotten one for Christmas and hadn't exactly set it up yet. And us as a customer service team have kind of put together a little presentation to show you the best, steps on how to set that up, as well as, the most common questions that we have in that area as well. So let's get started. All right. There we go. So one of the questions that we commonly hear is, what is included when you first get your Revibe? So when you're all excited and you have your package and you just get the box, this is what the box looks like. And you open it up, and the first thing that you should see is your hardware piece right here along with your band. So when you take that out, this right here is considered the hardware piece. So that just pops right out of the band in order to charge. And so you should receive these two things, as well as when you open up your box a little bit further, just take out this insert here. And you should also receive a manual, a quick start guide, and this will have a lot of the things that we're talking about today in it too. So if you forget, you can always refer back to your quick start guide. And then it will also have a charging cord. And so you are able to, charge that Revibe. And what's really cool about this box is it actually converts into a charging station. So if you just flip the insert over in the box, you'll see here the charging station and the bandstand. And you'll flip that right over and put it back inside the box. And that creates a little charging station for you. And so if you think that you're missing a charging station and you saw that on our website, the box is actually converting into a charging station for you. And that is pictured here on our screen as well. So example 1 is everything that you get in your Revibe box, and example 2 is going to be what it looks like whenever you are charging that Revibe in your charging station. So the Revibe itself, we recommend charging each night, and it takes about 2 to 3 hours to fully charge. And so you always want to make sure that you're charging your Revibe, and so that you are all good to go for the day. Those are all the things. Oh, and also you should be receiving in your box a little access code here that will say, do not throw away on the back side of it, and it will say Plus plan membership 30-day access code. So we'll talk about this one a little later, but each box should have one of these. So if you're missing any of these items that you see on the screen, please feel free and give us a call. Every box should have them. And so if you are missing anything, go ahead and give us a call and we will take care of that for you immediately. All right, so while your Revibe is charging, because while it ships, it most likely will die. And so you wanna go ahead and put it on the charger before you start using it. And while it's charging, you can actually go ahead and take the step of downloading the Revibe Connect app on your phone. So that will be, if you have, iOS, that will be in the App Store, and it will be in Google Play for Android users. So you're going to go ahead and, like in example one, you can type in Revibe Connect, and you should find it there. If you have, again, any issues with that, go ahead and give us a call, and we will go ahead and, check if you will be able to find that and go ahead and help you out with that. But you should be able to find that there. Once it's completely downloaded, you want to make sure that your Revibe is completely charged before you go ahead and take the next steps, because you'll need your device in order to do so. So once it's downloaded, you're going to go ahead and it will have you create a login as well as creating a user. And once that user is created, it will take you to this example 2 here. It will say welcome and your setup wizard. So the setup wizard is basically a guide that will take you through each and every step of the setup process, which is super helpful, and usually there should be absolutely no issues with it. But if for some reason this little bar doesn't pop up that says Setup Wizard, you can always refer back to it in your settings in the drop-down menu under Setup Wizard. So you'll be able to find it there as well. And I'm not going to go through every single step in the Setup Wizard, but I will go through the most important things, the most important questions, I guess, that we get from our customers on a daily basis, asking about, how to add the device and different things like that. So adding the device. This is obviously probably one of the most important steps in setting up your device. This is the thing that we get probably the most questions on. To ensure the fastest connection to setting up your device and making sure that that is in there, you want to, first of all, before you do anything, make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on your phone overall, but then also for the app itself. That's a very important thing to do. You also want to make sure that your location settings are enabled for the app as well. I think that's probably the most common thing that we get, when customers call and ask, what, my device isn't connecting, what do I do? These are going to be the first things that we ask. So just make sure that these things are done. But the location setting is always a big one that, it's easy to forget. And so you just want to make sure that you enable your location settings. You also want to make sure that you're in a strong Wi-Fi connection. This is also an important thing. And so once those 3 things are done, you're able to go on this select device screen. This should be one of the first screens that pops up in the setup wizard, and hit add device in the select device dropdown. If all of these things are done, the app should be searching for the device. And while the app is searching for the device, it always helps to get the device ready to search for the app as well. And you can do that by tapping the device once for the time to come up, because your device should be charged by now. So you would tap it once for the time to come up, and then you would tap it 6 times, and your device should vibrate and say searching for app. So the device will be searching for the app, and the app will be searching for the device, and they should find each other then. So we usually have no issues with that. And so that is a good thing there. So once your device is all set up and added to your account, the next step is usually the scheduling step. So once you have your device in there, it will ask you to put in a schedule. There are 2 different ways that you can schedule, your day. The first way is through text reminders. So text reminders and class subjects are completely, different things. We have a lot of customers that get a little bit confused and ask, and they'll have like all text reminders throughout their day, but they won't have any class subjects, and will wonder why their device is not vibrating throughout the day. And so I'm going to explain both of them to you so that, that won't be as confusing to you. So the text reminders are preset reminders that will appear across the screen of the device at the set time. So when you are in your scheduling feature, like the example here, you're going to go ahead and click on the plus sign, and that will give you these two options. If you would like a text reminder, you'll hit the text reminder sign, and that will give you the ability to type in any kind of customized text reminder you want. You can type in an encouraging reminder, or, you know, it may be just a reminder in itself, just pay attention, or, you know, it's really up to you and your day and the user, however you want to use those. And so once you save that, you can go ahead and you'll see your reminder here as a little green bell. And so those are easy to spot in your schedule. So when you have those, you'll be able to see those, and at the set time where those are supposed to come up, they'll come up right on the screen. The device will vibrate once, and for the user to make them go away, all they'll have to do is tap the device once in order to do that. And so those are great. If your user, you know, needs more of a visual reminder, then the text reminders are an awesome tool for you to use. So the class subject reminders are the periods of time that the device will actually vibrate and learn your user's schedule. So for example, when you are going through the user's class schedule, you can either put in each of their classes as a period of time, or we have a lot of users that like to put in the whole school day. But basically, any class reminder subject that you put in is the period of time that the device will vibrate in the mode that it's set in. So the device will learn which classes challenge the user's focus, and it will actually adjust the frequency and the vibration prompts in the adaptive mode. And so you want to, you know, make that any time of the day that you want the user to focus and pay attention, so you're able to look back at the data and see where they were at that time. So these are really awesome reminders. Let's see. So the next part of that the Setup Wizard will take you through is the subscription. So in the subscription, after you're done setting up the schedule and have that saved, then it will take you here and it will request an access code. So each box should, like I said in the beginning, it will receive a little 30-day membership access code. So you actually have 30 days free of our Plus plan membership. So it will have you enter in the little code that will be at the bottom here, and it will select your device. The Plus membership code at the bottom here is not an actual code. We've had users try to use that before, so don't try to use the one at the bottom. Try to use the one in your box. But you can go ahead and use that there, and you'll select Next on that screen and move forward. So the next screen will be the billing screen. So it will have you choose a plan for after your 30 days. So you will not be charged within those 30 days. It's kind of like an auto renewal process. So you can either choose to be billed annually, which is $4.58 a month, which turns out to be $54.99 per year. So that's the annual billing. So it's a little bit cheaper than the monthly billing. The monthly billing is going to be $5.99 per month. And again, this is after the 30 days. And so you can choose what you would like to do there. Or if you choose not to use your 30 days, then you can go ahead and forgo that and just choose no plan, and it will just take you to the regular modes. So you may be asking yourself, what is this Plus plan membership and what does it include? And what do I get, if I don't have it, will it even work? Well, this is a little chart that we have made that shows everything that the Plus plan includes and what it doesn't. So without the Plus plan, you will still have the ability to view steps and the standard reminders. What the standard reminders are the high, medium, and low and homework mode vibrations. The high, medium, and low vibrations are kind of set at average intervals. For example, the high mode is an average of 4 minutes. We say average just so that the user doesn't get used to that vibration. And so it will be an average of 4 minutes. The medium is an average of 7. The low is an average of 10. And then we have your homework mode that will allow them to work for 15 minutes and then prompt them to take a 5-minute break after. And then, of course, they can see their steps. And so the device will still work without the Plus membership, but with the Plus membership, you have so many more customizable features for your user. So with the Plus plan membership, you do have those steps, those standard reminders, as well as a focus tracker. So it actually will track the focus of the user. It will track their response rate, their attention span, their focus rate, focus score, and steps, as well as fidgets. And so we will talk about those in a second. But it will track all of those things, as well as you'll get a 5th vibration reminder mode. So the adaptive mode actually adapts to the user and the user's schedule. So it'll actually learn from them. For example, if your child is sitting in class and it vibrates to remind them, then if they are on task, after they're asked if they're on task by the device, they'll either tap twice if they are, and once if they're not. If they tap twice, it will vibrate less for them because they are on track. But if they tap once or ignore it, then it will vibrate more, trying to get them back focused. And so this is a really cool mode. It just kind of adapts and learns from them over time. And so that's pretty awesome. You also have your text reminders, your custom text reminders and schedule settings, which is what we discussed in the last slide, the ability to really customize the user's schedule as well as put in those customizable text reminders for them. Our repair and replacement warranty, if you, for some reason, if the user loses the device or if the device is stolen, then as long as you contact us, we'll replace it for you for just $44.95. We will go ahead and send you a link to that. And so just let us know and we'll take care of that for you. If the device breaks for any reason, again, go ahead and contact us and we will go ahead and replace that for free for you. So no worries there. You get personalized insights as well as badges, and that's also something that we'll discuss in a couple of slides, and some tips, and then you'll also get upgrades to the software. So there are a lot of really, really cool things that come with the Plus Plan membership. It's just more personable and more customizable. All right, so we talked a little bit about what exactly the device is tracking during the day, and these are some metrics that we put together that show you exactly, what's happening and what's being tracked. So the focus score represents the overall progress. So it kind of takes in all the factors and gives you and the user one, number that you can look at to see how they're doing, for the day or for the week. It can show if their focus is increasing or decreasing just by looking at that one number. The attention span is going to be the average number of minutes that they were on task. So it takes in consideration the response rate during a certain period of time and counts, how many minutes they were actually able to pay attention, which is pretty cool. The response rate is the number of responses divided by the total prompts. So yes. So that's going to be sorry about that. So that is going to be, the number of responses to the device divided by the total number that, the user is asked to respond throughout the day. The steps is total of number of steps for the day. The focus rate is the number of yes responses divided by the total number of prompts. And then the fidgets we talked about earlier, and that is going to be any non-academic movement throughout the day. So any movement that is not raising their hand, writing, or walking. It could be, tapping their pencil, tapping their foot, shimmy their shoulders, anything like that. And I always like to let our users know that there is no goal number for these things. We get that question a lot where parents are asking, is there somewhere where my child should be? And the answer to that is no. We just encourage you to look for the progress each day and each week. All right, badges and insights. So this is something newer that we have to our app, and this is one of my actual favorite things because it's just really cool. So it actually has a lot to do with the consistency of the user and how often they're wearing their Revibe, because if they're wearing it every day and it is tracking them, then it will reward them. Here, you can earn badges that will tell you, how you've been doing for the week. So for example, you see my little badges here. You've got the power. You earned a Revibe Power User Badge for consistently keeping up with Revibe. So you can even get a badge for just consistently wearing your Revibe and keeping up with it, which is awesome. And then the Mountaineer, you walked the same number of feet as the highest mountain in Wyoming. So I think that's cool. It kind of compares it to different things. And so if your user is really competitive, or, everyone likes to feel good and earn things. And so this is a really cool way for the user to see their progress and see how they're doing throughout the day. And then also, along with the badges, you also get personal insights. And so you can see, here, if you take a certain number of steps, maybe maybe your focus rate will go up, or different things like that. And so this is a really cool feature that we have added. Along with that consistency, we definitely recommend having an accountability system, whether that's, a planner, or, you're rewarding in another way. But we definitely recommend a planner. Maybe, that could be if you let the user know if whenever you wake up, put on your Revibe. If they put on their Revibe every time they wake up, you can put a little sticker, in a planner on the day of the week that they do that. And you can create a great habit of having them wear their Revibe every single day. Or it could be, at night, after you're done brushing your teeth, give your Revibe to mom and she'll charge it for the night. So different things like that can create fantastic habits, and it can make them feel good about themselves once they see a little star on their day for the week. So we recommend using any planner. We actually have a planner on our website that we've designed for you all, and so we definitely recommend going and checking that out. That will be on our site, and this is a little bit about how that looks. It has this cute little cover with Luca on it, and then it has the days of the week, and it even has a space for you to write your goal in, which is cool, and what habits you're developing. So it's a very practical way that your child can use to develop those really great habits. So different tips and tricks. We definitely recommend syncing and charging daily. After any changes are made at all, you always want to sync your Revibe, no matter what, because that ensures that whatever changes you made to the app will convert to your Revibe, and that it will work in the way that you want it to throughout the day. If your Revibe dies and the time resets, syncing it will definitely correct it. So if you are looking at your Revibe one day, or you wake up and you take your Revibe off the charger, and for some reason, the time is just way off, then syncing your device will always correct that. When tapping back, be sure to wait the entire sequence to complete before you tap back. So we get this question a lot. Sometimes customers will call in and say, well, it's not taking my tap backs. What can we do to ensure that? Almost always the answer will be, or the question will be, are you waiting for the vibration prompts to end before your tap back? That's very important. You want to wait for the entire sequence to end before you make any tap backs. It is really easy to do, to go ahead and just tap it back, because especially if you're focused, but you want to wait until those are completely done in order to get the correct data and the right response time. So also the mode of your Revibe, the mode that the device is set in, the high, medium, low, homework, or adapt mode, those words will display beneath the time. So if for some reason you're looking at your device and you just charged it and you see the word low, that does not mean that your device is actually on low battery. It means that your device is in low mode. So if you'd like it in another mode, you can just change that. You can change the mode by going to your settings in the drop-down menu, user preferences, user device preferences, and then mode. And you should be able to change the mode there. And as long as you sync afterwards, always remember to sync, then everything should be all good to go for the day. All right, so we kind of covered a lot in a short amount of time. So that was a lot of information, but those were some of our most common questions that we have from, from customers throughout the day. If you are having any trouble at all setting up your Revibe or have any questions on anything we just covered, we are always available to you just as much as our devices. We're also part of that. So please take advantage of, calling us, reaching out to us, and we would love to answer any questions that you have. Are there any questions now that I can take? Do you guys have any questions? All right, our customer service number is going to be that number, I believe it's on the screen, but it's going to be 919-521-8444. So again, that's 919-521-8444. So you guys can reach us there, or you can also reach out to us by email, and that's going to be support@revibetech.com.
Hey, Jordan.
Yes.
Shelly asked a good question for new users. She asked if the Revibe is water resistant. So if you could just speak to that for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Revibe is splash proof but not waterproof. So you can go ahead and you can wash your hands with it. That's fine. If it's raining, don't be afraid of that. But we do not recommend, bathing with it, going in the pool with it, nothing like that. You don't want to submerge it in water.
And no salt water.
And no salt water. No, absolutely no salt water. But again, accidents happen. If something happens and you're under our warranty, no worries. We'll just go ahead and take that back and replace it for you. So just go ahead and contact us if you have any questions or any issues with that. Are there any other questions?
I don't see any other questions on the Facebook Live either. I guess you just did a really good job of explaining everything.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. If anybody has any more questions, if you think of something after or you decided to set up your Revibe later and were confused on something, then please, again, reach out to us. We're here for you. Our number again is 919-521-8444, and we will be happy to talk to you. Thank you guys so much for giving us your time today. Yeah, have a great rest of your day.